So that covers valuation and cash levels. A lot of questions have been coming our way on the size of the portfolio or on the AUM levels that we have, and also on the limits available to us for foreign stocks. Unit holders may know that we have a total of $1 billion limit for remitting outside to invest in foreign stocks. Out of this $1 billion or $1,000 million limit, we have so far utilized 522 million as on date. So $478 million limit is still available, so slightly less than half. And this limit is available on the quantum of money that we remit outside. It does not depend on the current market value of the foreign portfolio stocks. So on this account, I don't think unit holders should worry. I think we have plenty of room remaining to remit money abroad to buy foreign stocks. The other question is that our AUM has increased quite a bit, so do we still have the flexibility to invest the way we want to, and will it hamper future returns, or is it constraining our style? So clearly we are no longer a 300 crore AUM fund, so that is very, very clear. All along we used to say that we are a rounding error, so now we are no longer a rounding error, we probably are a decimal point kind of market share. So that is a good part, and we may not have the flexibility of a 300 crore fund, but at the same time I think the concerns on AUM are overdone, and let me just put out some data points. In the FlexiCap fund, we have reached 17,000 crores after 8.5 years. This includes both the inflows that we get plus the appreciation of the stocks that we own and of the NAV increase. So NAV was 10 rupees at scheme launch, that is 50 plus, around 52, 54 kind of levels. So a lot of the AUM growth is on account of appreciation in stocks and also inflow of money. Now consider some other large fund houses which raise similar amount of money in a fortnight in a single NFO. A single NFO may raise 15,000 crores for some of these larger fund houses, and this 15,000 crores has to be deployed in a month's time. So our problems are nowhere comparable to that, and it's really not so much of an issue. Let me give some other data points. In a good month, in a month with extremely strong inflows, we may get around 900 crores of inflow in the equity fund. Out of 900 crores, 300 crores will be invested abroad, roughly a third of that. So that leaves 600 crores to deploy in India. 20 working days, that comes to around 30 crores a day, which really is not that big an amount. And again, buying the larger companies that we own, let's say the private sector banks, ICICI, HDFC, Axis, or ITC, or even something like a Bajaj Holding, or some of the pharma names that we own, all these are very, very large companies, Power Grid, all these are very large companies and can absorb a lot of capital. Within the last 12 months, we have taken reasonably big positions in some of the small and mid cap companies. These can happen by way of on-screen deals, these can happen by way of block deals. So IEX has been a recent purchase, and that happened by way of block deals. At that point in time, I think REC was selling and we picked up some stock over there. CDSL, we have done block deals. And also please keep in mind that not all block deals get reported. If the blocks are of a very small size, they may not meet the threshold for exchange reporting, but still we may get reasonable sized fills in terms of the stocks that we are looking to purchase. So far it's not been too difficult. I would think that the path from, let's say, a 17,000 crore AUM to 30,000 crores more or less is clear. I don't think anything significant will change in terms of the way we operate or in terms of the flexibility that we have. Also, more and more companies get listed in India over a period of time. So, we have seen all these new IPOs coming in at huge market caps. That increases the market, overall market cap and overall number of companies where we can invest in. So, I don't think that should be too much of a hassle. We'll keep updating unit holders as and when things move ahead, and if we feel that inflows will be a problem in terms of investing, we'll not hesitate to stop the inflows. So, but right now we are not in that situation. Yeah, even the $1 billion limit, meaning that is not cast in stone. So, people who have been watching the space will remember that earlier this limit used to be $300 million. That was increased to 600 not too long back, and that 600 has in turn been increased to 1000 million. And India's foreign exchange reserves and all are very, very comfortable. So, I don't see that as too much of an issue either.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.